As I stood in the suffocating fog, the figures approached, their movements slow but deliberate. My instincts screamed for me to run, but my legs felt rooted to the cracked asphalt beneath me. They stopped just a few feet away, their hollow eyes locked onto mine. The woman from my car and the man from the roadside were now unnervingly alike, pale, gaunt, and void of any humanity. "Why are you doing this?" I stammered, my voice breaking. The woman smiled, her lips stretching too wide. "We didn't choose you," she said, her voice layered with echoes. "The road did." Before I could respond, the asphalt beneath my feet shifted, and the ground began to ripple like liquid. I stumbled, but my fall felt endless. The fog thickened, swallowing everything around me as I descended into the abyss. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my car, sitting in the driver's seat. Relief washed over me for a fleeting moment, but then I noticed something horrifying. The dashboard was cracked, and the odometer blinked 0000 repeatedly. My hands gripped the steering wheel, but they weren't my hands. They were pale, skeletal, and covered in dirt. I looked into the rearview mirror and froze. My reflection wasn't mine anymore. The face staring back at me was hollow-eyed, a warped version of the woman who had been my passenger. My mouth moved on its own, whispering the same words I'd heard from her. "You shouldn't have picked me up." The car engine roared to life on its own, and the headlights flickered, revealing a new figure standing on the roadside ahead. It was someone else, stranded in the darkness, waving for help, just like I had been moments ago. The road had claimed me, and now it was waiting for its next victim. The last thing I heard was the woman's voice, now my voice, whispering, "Welcome to the eternal highway." The car surged forward, and I could do nothing but watch as the cycle began again. I slowed the car, my heart thudding in my chest. The figure didn't move, standing motionless in the middle of the road. As I got closer, the details sharpened. A man wearing a tattered jacket, his face obscured by shadows. His head tilted slightly as if he were listening for something. Against my better judgment, I stopped a few feet away. "Do you need help?" I called out through the cracked window. The man turned his head slowly, unnervingly so, and pointed ahead without a word. His hand trembled, his fingernails caked with dirt. I didn't know what to do. Leaving him felt wrong, but every instinct screamed at me to get away. Then he finally spoke. "The road, it changes." His voice was low, raspy, like dry leaves rustling in the wind. Before I could respond, he stepped aside and disappeared into the trees. Confused and shaken, I drove on, my grip on the wheel tightening. The road ahead stretched endlessly, the man's cryptic words echoing in my mind. What did he mean? The road changes?